I don't know why he did that. I don't know why is he doing this, but maybe he getting slayed. I don't know.
Don't be hating. Don't be hating.
I got to.
Cowboys. Yeah, I know. But we back in business, man. We back in the race. Like you can't leave us out the conversation now.
What race exactly? What do you mean by that?
Playoffs. Don't look. He got his haterade on y'all, Cowboys fans. I want y'all to go at him in the mention.
That's cool. That's cool.
We ain't stand for that. We got our quarterback, a number 2 receiver, man. It's on and popping. Like, what they gonna say now? What they gonna say now?
Yo, you better stop acting like Dak is savior all the time, dude.
No. I mean, what it is he a decent quarterback, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you get him another weapon besides CD, because, like I said in my video, right? When you add another wide receiver to that magnitude, right? That gives CD, who I think is the top wide receiver in the league. Huh?
What do you mean? Go ahead.
Yeah. Excuse me. Who I think is the top receiver in the league, right? So defenses, they're going to key in on him, because we didn't have that for real. Like, we had some okay receivers. They obviously made it to the league for a reason, right?
Right. We
they ain't worried about. What'd you say?
I said they all in the league for some reason. Go ahead.
Exactly. So, with that being said, is defense is not worried about them for real. Like, we take CD away, we good. You know what I mean? That's just like if you got on the basketball terms, you got a superstar, but you don't got nobody else who can create like that superstar. You don't got no co-star, then we could just take that away, and then, you know what I mean? We take that away, we basically cut off their water. So,
somewhat. I feel what you're saying. What?
Right. So, long story short, I'm long-winded, y'all. Forgive me, but you
He's
add.
Excited for failure. I don't know.
I rebuke that. You're not gonna put that on my team. Excuse you. But yeah, man. Like I said, like you put that next to CD, it's gonna be tough. Like you're gonna be worried about that. You can't have single high safety, right? What that is, when it's just one safety back there. That's what I found out. I mean, football fans, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Is where you got a bunch of guys covering like the middle of the field, and then you got that safety in the back. That's going to be hard for defense to try to do that when you got receivers like them at that magnitude. That's good. That's all in. When they said all in last season, that wasn't. I don't know why he said that, but this season seems like they're more all in than they were in the past years. So I'm excited about that. Like, I'm not one of those fans. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not one of those fans who's gonna say,
"Boys fan, you should be excited."
For sure. Right. But what I want to say is, I'm not one of those fans who want to say, oh, Super Bowl, we're going to the Super Bowl. Woo, woo. Nah. All I'm saying is, yo, they went out and did something. You know what I mean? Like, what? But yeah. What? But yeah, that just threw me off. But because like, what gang? What are we talking about? Like, yeah. We Because like when you haven't had that before, it's like, you know what I mean, that you deserve to get excited about that, because it's like y'all haven't done that in the past few seasons, and you add something new to your team. You know what I mean? That just for you to get excited about.
Man.
Oh wait, and another thing, I saw Cowboys fans, basically crapping on it and saying all these type of things about his past, about his his attitude problems, and all of these things of the sort. Is just like, yo, like, y'all just trying to crap on the. Oh, and they said they want to give up those picks that they gave up. They give up a 3rd round pick, bro. What are you talking about? Who's this? We don't know what those picks going to turn out to, and we already know the caliber of a player George Pickens is already. So you're talking about giving up picks who you think are going to be maybes? Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, these people was tripping.
What can go wrong will go wrong with them, and you'll see during the season. I don't know why you so excited over this pick, but whatever.
We really talking about a Giants. Like,
Huh?
what are we doing here? This is a Giants fan talking, y'all. So it's like,
That's cool, but off of one pickup, I don't do what you doing right now.
but you just heard what I said. You said I ain't say I like, oh, we going to the Super Bowl type thing, but we definitely gonna be making some noise. Like, you definitely got to be worried about this team. We even got Eagles fans spiraling. Oh, they doing all of this and woo the woo talking about Dak got no excuses now. But I see y'all panicking though. I see y'all worried. I see y'all watching though.
Who?
Yeah. What? Eagles fans.
Referring to?
Wait, you talking to me or John?
No,
Or
you.
oh no, I'm saying Eagles fans. They all
I
spiraling
don't
talking
think
about
anybody. I don't think anybody's worrying about that. I don't think that's happening.
no. How about this? You shouldn't just worry about Dak. You should be worried about the Cowboys as a team.
I don't think anybody should be worried.
Listen, you're a Giants fan, bro. Like, we
Yeah,
not listening to you. We
yeah.
like, come on, bro.
Oh, okay. At least we know when we ask.
Mhm.
We know when our team is ass.
But our team isn't though. And think about it. Last season we dealt with a lot of injuries, and we ain't had no number two. We basically was receiver by committee, and that's also what Cowboys fans should be happy about. We basically was about to go receiver by committee outside of CD Lamb, and then y'all complaining about man, like we said about Luca, bro. When you got a dynamic player, you got a player of that's a special talent. I don't care, bro. Do whatever. As long as you're not committing no crimes or no crazy acts, you're not fighting nobody, this, that, and the third. And all of this is, and think about it, bro. The kid he's only 24. I didn't even know he was that young.
Hey, John, I just keep it real though. At least I'm not out here making fake accusations and false hope for myself.
Right. Yeah, John.
I
Let
just
him know,
real.
bro.
I know my team ain't where it's at. So.
Giants fan is crazy. The worst, bro. Y'all literally got rid of Saquon. Crazy. Put him in the division. Oh yeah.
Listen,
Oh, no. I'm not going to start on there because that's going to be a whole argument. But yeah, I also wanted to say, damn, somebody must have stole Jerry Jones' phone or something though. I didn't expect that though. This ain't no. I'm not going to say it's like crazy, but it does. It is a help though. Like, you know what I mean? Wide receiver of that man too. It is a help. But I'm still saying, man, I still didn't
I want
expect
to
Jerry to pull this up.
though, because technically,
Mm.
when he went out to go get Brandon Cooks had a good year prior to going to the Cowboys,
Yeah,
so
he
he'll go
was
out
pretty
as a
solid.
receiver though.
Yeah, that's true. Even though he was a bit older though, a bit older, and he had an injury history. And then you see that came and happened this season, that passed. He was hurt. He was out for damn near half of the season. So I miss him. He was a good receiver. I'm not going to discredit him at all. Hell no. He's a very good receiver, route runner. But
You just
you get
excited that Pickens is on the
yeah,
team, basically.
because he's young and talented. Like, go look him up. That's all I'm gonna say.
What do you mean
If
go
you
look?
don't know who he is, go look.
Pickens is he the
No,
one
I know you
is in
not.
a fight? He'll be in one.
Excuse me.
He'll be in another fight again this year. That's all he do.
Oh, that's what you hoping. That's what you hoping.
Hey man, if it quacks, it's a duck. Hmm.
Hater. I don't expect nothing else from a Giants fan.
I don't know
But
why you hate hearing. You just hate hearing the truth. That's all it is. But go ahead.
yeah, I'm not even going to ask you how you feel about it because we already see the hatery, going off. So,
I said what I had to say about him.
um,
All right, let's talk now.
hmm
Within the last couple days,
right,
3 teams in the NBA all blew a crazy lead. What's happening?
crazy, crazy.
What's happening?
Um, I wish I knew, bro. Like, I really do, man. It's just undisciplined for real, for real. In my opinion, that's how I look at it. And even I can even say the same about OKC. That was a bit undisciplined. I know it's a game of runs. I know it's a game of runs. But like, yeah, I'm gonna start with them since I already mentioned them. Like,
Come on.
that game was on Chet. I'm gonna say Chet and the head coaching. Wait, what happened?
What do you
I
mean?
said
What happened? Why you
I
always say his name?
said Chet.
Yeah, why you only saying his name?
All right. So since you're asking that question, I'm gonna let you know, right?
All right, go ahead.
The missed free throws that either could have put them as a win, or they could have went into overtime. And also, you look at what Russell Westbrook, he did do a great job of getting down the on a fast break and creating the defense to try to sink in. But also in that late of time, Chet should have never have dug in so deep. I'm gonna live with him going to the rim. I'm gonna go and tag Aaron Gordon, make sure he doesn't get an open shot. You know how much? Come on, bro. I get it. His in-game speed. It's easy for me to say.
Uh, my bad to cut you off. We're gonna get to that in a second, John.
Second, John.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
get
we
we
definitely
gonna
gonna
get
talk
that.
about that.
We
Yep,
definitely about to get to that because I
for
had that
sure.
comparison. And it's starting to seem true, right? We'll talk about it. But as far as the Thunder,
Hmm.
my thing is, I feel like they was playing too much, looking for a whistle. You guys, Shay going to the paint, right? And he's
Yep,
like doing all these double clutch shots and all like he's like waiting to see if he's going to get fouled.
right.
Like I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. I feel like the Thunder as a whole need to clean up. That's what I'm saying. I'm not just gonna put on check. Cause I get what you're saying about the free throws, but y'all should have never been in that position.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That
Y'all
two
should
things
never.
can be true. Two things can be true.
Jalen Williams airballing threes.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, Denver made them look stupid in that game. That's what they made them
Yeah,
look.
they did. They experience definitely showed because they stuck with it. They kept fighting. They didn't give up. They could have easily have given up and be like,
It one play,
oh, you know what I mean? And it was on the road.
took it one play at a time. They took it one play.
Yeah. And they went with they took what the team gave them. Like, you know what I mean? You give them opportunities, they take it, and then they, go off of that. And that's what they did. They took the best of their opportunities that they were given.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon been that even in that championship run for them. I feel like people don't bring up how good he was for Denver championship run either.
Hmm.
Like I feel like it always fell on him how good the team was going to be. I used to say it was Michael Porter Jr., but I feel like at this point we know what he is. At this point, we know what he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, he's a spot up shooter. Yeah.
He's a spot up shooter. He gonna half ass for you on defense. That's what he gonna do.
Wow. But
Why?
what if he's a
Why
good defender?
me?
Probably not good defenders in the league. You know that.
No, I mean as for no, not like a good defender. I'm talking just effort wise. He had one
Yeah.
play when he could have got the rebound. He tried to walk over there, got it snatched from him, and the OKC got it back, right? When the
Mm,
ball was going in the back court, if he would have ran to get the ball, he could have stayed on the other side of the court. And he tried to walk back over and got a back court called on him.
crazy.
He
Crazy.
half-assed when it's not offense.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what he do.
Yep. So that's why the rest of the guys be saving his ass, huh?
Because I'm telling you right now, if OKC lose tonight, the series is done. I don't care if it's only two. That series is done.
Wait, what?
If
If
OKC lose tonight, that series done.
we clipping this because I disagree. But it would put them in a tough spot, I would say, because and it's like you don't want to go down 0-2, especially when it was on your home court. And you know what I mean? You got home court advantage. Like you definitely don't want that to happen. But I definitely won't say because this is a tough team. This is a good team. People can throw that youth thing out there, this thing, the third, but I still believe in Mark Dagnall and I still believe in SGA. Having a player like that on your team is, that's
I
a
get
huge
But the
factor.
reason why I'm saying it's over, I feel like all those rumblings gonna come in the air. They're gonna think about last year when, let's be honest, nobody really thought Dallas was gonna get out that series with them, and they end up losing to Dallas. And
No, I
nobody,
disagree. I disagree. I disagree because Luca and them having the additions of PJ Washington,
I'm
Gafford,
going
and
general
everybody.
consensus. I'm going general consensus that OKC should have got out of that series. I
Yeah,
feel like
just
they should
debatable
have got out
though.
of that
I'm not
series.
right. They could have.
This year,
They very well could have, but I don't think they weren't ready yet. That's just in my opinion.
okay, and that's what I'm saying. They should be ready now. But you
For
go
sure.
down
I agree.
2-0 to that
Hmm.
to that Denver team.
Hmm. Yeah. Yep, and that's a good question. Let's get to that though, and I appreciate you for that, John, because that's a good statement, like slash question, I guess. Like he said, if OKC somehow loses a can't wait
You gotta scroll it. Scroll.
loses, yeah, I can scroll it. Okay, I didn't know. How accountable should Presti be since he chose to be draft capital drunk and not make a trade? All right, now see that's what some Nets fans be tripping about is like Cam Johnson doesn't make or break this team. They were in a good position. It's just that those mishaps and those them fouling you know way too ahead of time because Jokic was not on the floor yet. Your best player wasn't on the floor and you fouling when you up three. Like that goes in part to Caruso, that's a part in him, and as well as coaching. So you do gotta take accountability for that. But I won't put that on Presti though, because that's not Presti's fault. Presti is the general manager. He has put the team into a good position to be,
Mhm.
you know, formidable, be a good, very competitive team. But
I'm
it's
not
up to the
mad that
players.
you
Wait.
right
It's
there.
up to the players, and then it's up to the head coach. So that would not be on Presti. Presti has done a very good job.
It's
But
something
good
we ain't gonna
question.
talk about it just yet, but it's something I'm gonna bring up. And John, you stick around because you're gonna have to answer something. You know what it is. You should know what it is. He gonna have to answer something for me.
Oh, I think I know where you're gonna go.
but and then, but I want to comment on that. That one thing right here when you say about to go all the way in the West as far as Denver. If Denver come out this series, yeah, I don't see whoever wins out of Timberwolves or the
Warriors?
Warriors beating them. I don't see that.
Yeah, I agree. I
Um,
agree. Yeah, because they definitely show the championship, poise and definitely the personnel. Because Jamal Murray, we got to give him credit. I don't know why somebody said I can't remember, but I know John. I think I don't know if you saw this tweet or not, but Billy was like, "Yo, Jamal Murray might be the most overrated star in the league, and this, that, and the third." But I'm just like,
no, they've been saying that about him for a while though.
I'm like, why? Like, I do see some instances, like even like in a regular season, like he'd disappear or whatever. But in the playoffs, can y'all tell me if he hasn't shown up or not? Am I
But
tripping?
that's
Because even in that Clipper series, I couldn't get their name. The Clipper series, he was hooping, bro. He was a factor for sure.
I mean, we can
Am I
go
tripping?
back as far as we want to. When y'all talk that right,
Mm-hmm.
playoff Jimmy. Now y'all say like playoff Anthony Edwards. It's a thing of playoff Murray. That boy get busy when the playoffs come.
That's what I'm
And you can
saying.
and you can go down for years he's
Mm-hmm.
been doing that. Like, do y'all remember that series with the Nuggets and the Blazers when him and Dame was going
Mm-hmm.
bucket for bucket that whole series? When he did it with Donovan
And
Mitchell in the bubble? When they
yep.
came back down 3-1 in back-to-back series in
Mm-hmm.
the bubble to get to the Western Conference Finals, he's a problem in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's why they say him and Jokic is like a dynamic duo, and it is, and it shows, bro. Like, come on, gang. Like that statement was wild. I don't know why. I'm like, hold up, what are you talking? And it's crazy because as soon as that the bull tweeted that, Jamal Murray was snapping.
I'm gonna be
Just
honest
like,
with you too.
hold on, before
I
you go
agree
real
with
quick, real
that
quick. Hold on, before you go real quick. I just want to say one last thing, D.
about who.
Bro. Jamal Murray, it's like, bro, he couldn't miss. I was watching in the Clippers game. I'm like, dog, why did he not miss that? But I'm like, of course, these professionals, you know what I mean? But of course, me I wanted the Clippers to win. I ain't gonna lie, because I wanted James and Kawhi to get their first ring. So
No, you didn't.
I'm just
No,
like,
you didn't.
huh?
No, you didn't. No,
What you
you didn't.
mean?
You wanted Ben Simmons to get out that first
Him too. Don't all three of them. All three of them.
round.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. All three of them.
But
Because
no,
think about it. Wouldn't that be a good story? Kawhi and James winning the chip.
you want to know what else is a good story?
Go ahead. I know you're
You want
about to
to
say
know what else is a good story?
good.
The fact that people really ever put James Harden over Wade ever. That's a good
Mm,
that's a good story.
yeah.
It's a good fairy tale, but it ain't true.
You stop. He be you be on all nut shit, John. But yeah, that's a fact though. People definitely were what is that, and recency bias type thing because of
That's what it's
James been playing.
ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They can't even put them. And James Harden is one of my favorites of all time, but
Yeah.
I keep it real. He's
Mm-hmm.
not there. You can't say he's a top whatever in his position. And games like this, now, granted, I think he had like 13 assists or something like that. That's
He
cool.
did. That's cool, right?
That's cool. But I feel like, is it 13 assists because you're actually playmaking, or is it 13
Mhm.
assists just because they're finishing after you get trying to get bailed out because you don't want to get blamed for the missed shots?
Oh, that's a good question.
That look like more what was happening.
Right, that's a good question, bro.
Like, oh man, we not doing that, man.
Yeah, he definitely could have been more aggressive. I
You
agree.
cannot have 7 points in a game
Mhm.
7 as the top 2 player on the team. You can't.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, he talking about some James Harden can't even talk to the media. Yeah, and I said that. I don't know if you saw my post, but I said that's soft. He should have spoke to the media because before the game 7, right? James Harden was asked the question about their heavy minutes and things like that. He was like, "Oh yeah, you gotta play those for sure, for sure. You can be ready." So you were saying all of that, bro, and then you was basically seeming like you were
Shying away from the
you
moment.
were ready and you weren't shying away from the moment. But then when the moment comes, and then after you lose, you walk away, you don't speak to the media, that was soft. And I even said it as a James Harden fan. I still put it out there like, no, that's soft.
Can't do
You
that, dude.
no,
You gotta take it on the chin.
take
You
it.
show up.
Exactly. Win or lose, right? Yep. You gotta take the wins with the losses, bro.
Now let's make a shift real quick though.
No, I disagree with that. We going before we get into the next subject, right? John was like, if the Clippers don't enter a rebuild soon, they might be screwed with James and Kawhi in their mid-30s. I get it, they are aging, but like I don't know. Do you know when Kawhi's deal is up? But I know I was watching Bobby Marks and he was saying that they could give James a deal that can line his contract up into the same as Kawhi's. So they can try to maximize that until they are like basically on their last leg. Although some could argue that they are on their last legs because of Kawhi's haven't dealt with injuries, up until the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This you see what what's his name? What's the GM?
Who?
Steve Ballmer.
The owner
Yeah.
though.
Right, the owner. Yes, the owner has built up the Intuit Dome and all of that type of stuff. He put all of this money into it. You think he not going to want to keep no stars in that building? Come on, bro. He not finna rebuild just yet. Ain't no way in hell.
I see what you mean about
Right?
that, John, but being a Miami fan, they ain't gonna give us
No,
that
no, no,
trade.
bro. James Harden is a free agent.
He,
Yeah, and I think he got a player option, or is that Norman Powell? But yeah, James Harden is a free agent, so you don't have to worry about him getting traded.
no,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what it is. Yeah, so they might try to give him a deal to line up him and Norman Powell might get those type of deals to line up with Kawhi. And then you just gonna have to and then they said like you can just add minimum pieces like you said you see how they did after their trade for Bogdanovich, whereas though they above the salary, so they're gonna try to get guys on like decent minimal contracts, like you know what I mean? So they can not go past that tax apron. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, because the West is definitely not getting
Mhm. And
easy.
then and then you in LA, bro. You're not. It's hard. It's going to be hard for an LA team to rebuild. Have we ever seen those top high crazy market teams ever like go into a rebuild? I mean,
I
of course, you can say that we've seen the Nets do it and the Knicks a little bit, but they still had like some star quality that's going to bring celebrities and all types of fans in that building in them seats.
right, but can I say this? I understand what you're saying, but
Okay,
you also gotta put this in perspective.
right.
It's always going to be one top team in LA, regardless of record, and you know who they will
Mhm.
go to first if it comes down
Yeah,
between LA,
yeah, that's for
right?
sure. But wait. Well, Paul George and Kawhi, they chose the Clippers.
That's
They
fine.
both could have had a
But at
chance.
that time, LeBron didn't have Luka Doncic with him.
He didn't, but he had Anthony Davis.
No, not when they went there.
Hmm?
They didn't get Anthony Davis yet.
Oh no, they ended up trading for him. Yeah, that's when I
Yeah,
remember that. I remember that like yesterday when the Anthony Davis started, requesting out from the Pelicans. I remember
right. 'Cause
that.
remember that trade happened once the draft lottery hit.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, you could say that. You definitely could say that, and you can say that for when he left Philly. No, not Philly. No, because that situation was crazy with him and Daryl Morey. What's the
All
other
right, but
team?
with the Brooklyn leave, I don't know about it. But and this is why I'm saying that.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving was going through his thing with the league. Remember, he wasn't playing. Then you had Durant was kind of iffy with some injuries. Joe Harris wasn't the way he was anymore. So it
Yeah.
that kind of made sense for him to get out of that one.
Yeah, and I don't like how they built their team. They didn't have no real good, decent rock.
That's
Like
what I'm
you know
saying.
what I mean?
Their role players start like dwindling too, so the team really wasn't as strong. But definitely, he did
Yeah,
try
that
to
was crazy,
their role.
John. That's because you crazy, dog.
Yeah, that's out of pocket.
Nah. Oh yeah, you talking about with Brooklyn? No, yeah, you're right. But it is what it is, man. We should be happier with the direction we going in, right? Got draft capital. Got a young guard in Cam Thomas. Who knows? Maybe he might land in something, but we'll see. 5 days. Yeah,
But you made a comment about the hold on. Let me scroll up so we can speak about this.
yeah, I agree, John. But I'm not. I'll hold my breath on them getting rid of Sean Marks. It seems like that ain't never happening.
Can we talk about the other situation going on? Yeah.
Hey, up.
Right there, the Cavs.
Yeah,
You have no choice but to call it a failure. You got no choice. I feel like for the Cavs this year, honestly, on the route that they was on, is you got to at least go to the finals or it's a failure year, in my opinion.
for real.
You got to at least lose in the finals. Yes.
Wait, the reason why I asked that question is because they dealt with injuries. Darius
So,
Garland missed the
so,
first two, and then
so,
Evan Mobley and DeAndre Hunter missed the second game.
so, don't matter.
Right. I mean, you still got to go out there and play. The other guys still got to suit
Yeah.
up, but that's still
Look.
like,
My team got blown out every game, right? We was all high fiving, laughing, running around funny when y'all was beating the Heat. So don't. So you know what I mean? Garland didn't play those 2 games. Y'all was fine. So why I'm going to sit here and be like, oh, you know what? Well, he wasn't. No, y'all was
so
good.
you
Then,
ain't,
wasn't y'all?
yeah,
Ty
so you ain't
Jerome was
sparing
the
them.
greatest 6 man then, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. But man, that
Oh,
he couldn't guard a freaking cone.
no.
Uh, Ty Jerome.
Yeah, is what I'm saying. So like, no, we ain't gonna play that now. Everything was fun and games then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. But it's like he put on a huge performance though. Like, but
I don't think Mitchell gonna lead though. I
I
don't think
mean, I don't see that because if that was the case, he should have left. This past off season, I think it was right,
yeah.
wasn't it?
Because
Yeah.
I feel like the only reason why that happened the way it did in Utah was because him and Rudy started going through some little turmoil, and I don't really see him having
Mhm.
the problem like that with anybody on the Cavs at this moment.
Yeah. No, he did have a little. I would say like issue with Garland, like them, but them two talked it out. Like it wasn't a real issue, but like
Yeah, but remember Rudy did something you really couldn't come back from. Remember he was playing around with that COVID stuff and was getting people sick with
yeah,
the microphone thing. Ever since then, it's like that whole team was done with each other, bro.
right, yeah.
But then again, like that's why I was saying with the comparison, right? The cat, because this isn't my comparison. I'm
Yeah,
not
that
going
could be
to
a possibility, bro. That definitely could be a possibility, John. But we'll see.
I just love this comparison of teams because remember I told you I saw this in that Facebook group I be in with the sports thing.
Right.
They do remind me of the 2015 Hawks. They
Yo,
won
that's
all those
because
games, got to the playoffs, and they looked crazy once they went against competition.
that's crazy you said that because Jeff Teague and brought that up today on his show, the Club 520 podcast. That's crazy.
It no, because remember, me and you spoke about this.
It's,
This
we that's why I'm
Cavs
saying
going on
crazy
all.
because you been said that.
Yeah, because the dude,
Hmm.
I think the Cavs were like a 10-game winning streak at the time, and the bull put it as a comment. Somebody, when I be in that little, I send you the pictures all the time. When somebody
Yep.
commented and saying, "Yeah, it was in one of those," and I was like, "Yo,
Hmm.
you know what? I'm going to say this, and it might sound so crazy. John might go off real quick when I say this, but it's going to be true. I don't trust Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs. I don't.
Yeah, we both agreed on that.
I feel like when the playoffs come, granted, he had a great game
But
last.
that's what I was gonna say. But you know what? I can't fault him because he definitely balled his ass off. I seen him climbing up for rebounds and stuff like that. Like you,
Okay, never mind. He just put in there. Yeah. All right. All right.
yeah. That's what we said. That's what we was talking about, right? Every team he on get great regular season, but the playoffs, the pieces around them, yeah, they either get hurt or they just don't
Can
capitalize, and that's
we
crazy.
point to the Mavericks series they had with them? That was the year when Brunson got his name, right? When you got Rudy Gobert, he's in the damn. He couldn't play the five out that the Mavs playing. Dorian Finney-Smith was lighting him up that year.
Yep,
What's the
crazy.
other dude name? Bertans lighting him up.
Yep.
What's his name? Powell. Um, Damn, I forgot his first name.
What Norman Powell?
No. Who the light skinned boy that's on the
Dwight Powell. Dwight
White
Powell, right?
Powell. He hitting
Yeah.
you with mid range because you can't get out on nobody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
No, but let me just say this. We're gonna let this series play out, and if the Cavs lose, you'll be seeing what I'm talking about, John.
Mhm.
Mitchell is just like a Damian Lillard. He can shoot you in a game, but he will shoot you out of the game eventually.
Mm. That's
We'll
interesting.
see. You just let this series play out. Just let this
Yeah.
series play out. But with that being said, I don't think the Cavs are done if Mobley comes back. I think they can skate past with not having Garland.
Yeah, with Mobley, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
But
but I
but
think if Mobley come back, and I don't
but
think
like you
he's gonna be out that
but
long.
like hold on. But like you were saying that OKC might be in a tough spot and they might not win the series going down 0-2. Do we see the Cavaliers coming back 0-2? Now
They're
0
not
two
playing
isn't
against
now
Joker,
0-2
Jokic.
isn't
They're not playing
3-1,
against
right?
Jokic.
Hmm?
They're not playing against the Joker and Murray.
No,
They
but
gonna
look, but
get them.
okay, cool. But this is the thing. Indiana is a good team. They're
Yeah,
competitive, right? Halliburton is playing out of this world. He's rising,
hold
right?
on. Let me stop you right there because I got to answer that.
I'm gonna let you have it.
Dame not dunking on people, right? But guess what? Donovan Mitchell was dunking on people, and he still gave up that lead in the fourth, didn't he? You
Yeah,
get what
and
I'm
he had
saying?
that bad turnover with the offensive foul.
You
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like he is. That's not what I
you're
mean.
part of it.
They offense is going to keep you in the game, but the way they go for their offense will take you out the game too. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying.
yes, for
And
sure.
watch the
Because
game, you're gonna
these
see what I'm saying.
damn near on the line. Because like I'm saying, now you're going back to Indiana. This Indiana team is playing tough, bro. Like Miles Turner had a great game. Siakam was okay, and then you got Nimhard playing how he playing. Like I don't know, man. This ain't no
And
easy
remember
jump.
last year
You
they
say they
still
don't got
had
no
Matt.
Jokic type player on their team, but the way they play and how they get up the floor and they're making shots, so it's not gonna be easy, bro. I don't see
And
them.
bro,
I don't see them being.
Mathurin wasn't there last year when they got to that conference finals. He wasn't playing because he was injured last year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I don't know. And you was right because I'm glad you started off with Miles Turner
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
nobody brings up that he's always solid for it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. For real. And especially last game, bro. That game, showed that he's competitive. Like, you know what I mean? He hit a big shot. He was getting on the glass. Like, bro he was defending. So it's like, bro, like, give him some credit. He had a
Uh,
good.
I mean, you could say that, John, but I'm talking about the history of Mitchell, bro. I'm just talking about his history shows me that we don't trust him in the playoffs for real, for real.
Mhm.
And Smith, I wonder, yo, you know
Yeah,
what's so
playing
crazy?
hard too. Yep.
Can you imagine if Boston kept him the way he playing
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah. He would definitely be a solid role player. But that's damn near cheating, bro. Because they got Derek White hooping crazy.
Yeah, I'm
They
just
just
saying, like, can you imagine that though if Boston still had him? But then
yeah,
again,
that
who
was nice.
knows? His
Mm-hmm.
his growth probably could have got stunted depending on where they would have. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those things go hand in hand. But no, he
Yep.
definitely hooping. He got a role on that team. Neesmith, he has the role. He buys into
Mm-hmm.
his role. Yeah,
Yep. That's exactly what's happening. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. That's all I'm saying, John. I'm not going off for too much off of last night. I'm just saying his history shows.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
You crazy.
Because I rock with Mitchell. I just don't
Yeah,
understand
he a very good
playoffs.
player.
Something weird happens for him.
And I'm glad we talking about Mitchell because I got a question because to piggyback off of what I saw on Club 520, they had a little comparison between he and Ant, but I'm gonna say that for a little later on.
No.
What?
What up, Trey? No, you brung that up. Wait, what you mean?
So they were saying like, is Ant over Spider? And they was taking Spider, but I'm like, I don't know. And then they were saying like even if he beats the Warriors without Steph, it's like it's not the same. But it's like they try to discredit the Lakers run because they didn't have no true rim protector. And but like, bro, he was playing out of this world and he was taking what the defense give him. So I disagree with that. You can't try to discredit him because if they lose, then what y'all be saying? He would have lost that series. I mean,
I don't know if that. I don't know because it's a it's a it's a different series without Steph Curry being there, but
for sure. But
it still means something for him. Like I mean, he'll be going to
like,
Western
come, bro,
Conference
you can't credit that. You can't just say, "Oh, they ain't have Steph." Now, I don't know, because Steph definitely is
Pace was
still, even at his age, is the top player in this league. But
who?
come on, gang, you can't discredit that though. You still got to take care of business. Like nobody's not saying, "Oh, handing it to him." They're not going to say, "Oh, here's the series. Steph is gone."
Right, right, right.
Like, you
And then
know,
Jimmy
like
Butler's still there, right?
yeah, he definitely did. But do we expect to see that again though, John? I don't think so. Yeah, 18. Nah,
I feel like if Rudy going
nah,
to sit there though,
huh?
I feel like that's the thing, bro. NBA players are eventually going to start making those shots where you just leave them wide open.
That's the
If
fact
Rudy
because
think he going to just sit there and leave him wide open, that's not that smart to do.
yeah, but right, but what does the statistics tell you, right?
Yeah,
Draymond isn't really a good shooter, so you will live with that. You know what I mean? The analytics will say
and people got to figure out Buddy
if
Hill,
you
right?
make it, you got to tip your hat.
They got to figure out what they're going to do with Buddy Hill right now.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely going to need Buddy to stay consistent. And people try to discredit Buddy Hill, but he definitely is a sharpshooter. Like he's always been a very
Literally
solid point shooter.
got
Huh?
the
What you say, bro?
I said that's literally what got him in the league, and the
For
Rockets don't
sure. For
great.
sure. He can shoot the piss out the ball. And it's like what I know about shooters like that, once they see a couple shots going in, and this is what I saw in the Rockets game, their game 7. Buddy Hill seeing a couple shots going in, and I said, "Oh, he's feeling it now. Watch he start to make damn near every shot." And that's what he did. And I think he ended up having like 25 that game, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Do y'all remember that?
Wait, say it again.
On the game 7, right? He had like 25 or something, I believe. Buddy
Oh
Hill, that was.
no, he
Buddy
did.
Hill.
He had 33 in that game 7.
See? So that's what I'm saying. So when you hot like that, bro, they don't feel like they can miss a shot.
Oh, that's for you. because you've been saying that. The last comment you've been saying
Yeah,
that.
I'm not. Oh, what? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he's for sure, for sure. He definitely gonna have to try to trust him.
You ain't got
But
no.
like, yeah, but like we spoke about this before, right? It's hard for players to get in the rhythm. Like, so Kaminga is gonna have to try to find that rhythm. And then when you set a player like that of his magnitude out for, I mean, not even just that, but like any player, you sit them down for a certain amount of times, it's like they gotta get back into the game flow. Like, you know what I mean? You can't just, it's hard to just throw them out into the fire in the play, and then especially in the playoffs. Say, dang, this is not the regular season, this is the playoffs, and you're asking him to come out and perform. That's tough. That's not gonna be easy.
If the
And you
Timberwolves,
already seen it in a couple games. That's why Kerr was sitting him on the bench after a few minutes. Like, come on, bro. He should know that. Like, you should have been playing him. You know what I
bro,
mean? To keep his legs fresh and keep his mind like flowing in terms of being in the game, in the flow of the game in the playoffs. That's just my opinion because that's a fact. It's a game of rhythm. Players got to have that rhythm.
if the Wolves lose this series, Ant need the one to go. Damn, bringing
Ain't
somebody,
neither one.
huh?
Say again.
If
Ain't
the
what?
Timberwolves lose this series
Mhm.
without them having Curry, Ant need to ask to leave.
Wow.
I'm done. I'll be done here. It like you can't beat them without Curry being there,
Yeah. That's tough though. I don't know. But that would be interesting.
bro. This is damn near the same team that went to the Western Conference Finals last year. It's damn near the same team.
Yep.
Just what Cat's going for DiVincenzo, and yeah, I'm trying to figure out what was Randall doing too because I'm like I'm lost.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were fatigued or something, or maybe there was a. I wouldn't say there was a fill out game because this is the Warriors, bro. I can't say that was a fill out game.
And please don't say fatigue because they ended that series like last week. They ended that series.
No, no. All right, this is what I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say they're trying to get off that
Russ,
high. Wait,
Russ,
wait, wait. They trying to get off that high of winning that game, and what I mean by that is you see how Ant and them was celebrating after they beat the Lakers. I think that's what it is. They got to come down off that high from that game and lock in and focus on the Warriors. I think that's what it is. I think they need to let go of that win and then focus on this game to complete the mission. I think that's what it is. You know what I mean? Am I on something?
I get what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
and let's not also factor in one thing that I feel
Mm-hmm.
personally it's not going to happen again. It's not going to take
Okay.
up shots to make his first shot again. Anthony Edwards, I'm talking about. That's not
Yeah,
happening.
yeah. And then you can't have that as well because he sets the tone. They go as he goes. When Ant is on fire, that's when Nas Reed of the
Yeah,
worlds, Jake McDaniels, and Julius Randle, he always going to try to get his. So we ain't worried about that. But you know,
but yeah, that's yeah, but definitely. Now the KD thing, yeah, depending on who they want. I mean, the Timberwolves should be able to maneuver something.
mm-hmm.
They should be able to maneuver something. But yeah,
That's
I'm definitely going straight to the front office. If you lose to them
uh,
without Curry,
or you better be like, yo, you better get me something in here to
you getting me
clinch
somebody,
me to that.
or you getting somebody for me. If you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah, and bro, yeah, you're right, John. And imagine him in a big market like that, and with the endorsements he can get.
with the way he play,
But yeah, stupid.
and that's why I said
Mm.
he
Or
got the
Miami too.
knowledge.
You can't leave Miami out the mix as well because that's a big market as well. So
And the reason why you leave Miami out
need
is
that because yeah, because of Pat Riley.
don't nobody give us trades, bro. They don't give us those.
Bro, and that's another thing too, bro. I forgot I know we going off track a little bit, but I forgot to show you this, right? But did you see Bam's post game after the series was over when he talked about that guy with the gray hair or something like that is going to have to figure it out, talking about Pat Riley? And it definitely seemed like something might be brewing. I don't know. Did he fall out with Pat Riley or something too? Because like that
No,
definitely gives me some
everybody trying
questions.
to figure out the same thing I'm trying to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
Did Wiggins like want to even try to win that series, or was he just cool with just going through the motion, bro? Like
Uh,
he looked like he didn't even want to be there.
or
He
maybe,
just
or
go.
Wait. Or maybe that is tough to adjust. He did get to the game in the middle of the season, and he's not that superstar Wiggins like.
Stop it. I don't care when you went there. You a hooper or you not. That's one thing. I get it. They be professionals. I get it. We put
Mhm.
everything in. But at the end of the day, you a hooper or you're not.
Right?
That's what it is. You a hooper or you not, bro. That's what it is. Go in there, you do what you do, and you'll be fine. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be interesting, but you know how it is, bro. Teams can always try to work it out. Like we seen 3-team trades and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That could
And
probably be
maybe
the thing
Joe could
that gets it done.
possibly work depending on who they want. But then again, it's like you got leverage with Wiggins now that people will take the shot for him. Like, so you got some leverage to get rid of him. Because me personally, I don't want to get rid of. I feel like Bam and Hero should be your two untouchables. Everybody else, you'll
I
try.
disagree. I disagree, and here's why. Right? Because
Here's why what?
hear me out. Look, hear me out. I like Hero, right? And obviously you do, which is why you say he should be an untouchable, right? But I feel as though he should be the piece that you can deal away. You want to keep. If I this is my opinion on the outside looking in. I would rather keep Bam for the sake of building around something, and then because it's going to be tough to see who you can pull in outside of Hero, because like who else they going to want? So you might. I'm like, shoot, he the first to go. If this is talking about bringing in a star like what's the guy named Kevin Durant or something.
Yeah, but
I
that's
wouldn't hesitate.
the thing is, we've seen what he's done
Mm-hmm.
lately. Durant, I'm talking about. We've seen what
Mm-hmm.
he's done lately. Are you really willing to get rid of one of your young stars for him?
I would,
How
because
will
at least because I will say because at least we're trying something, and we want like we got y'all got to the playoffs. Granted, y'all
yeah,
did
no,
get the
that's what I'm
playing, but
saying.
who's to say if Jimmy Butler was healthy and not dealing with the BS and all the drama, y'all might have not have been in the playing situation. Y'all probably
He,
could have passed
he,
the Magic and stuff
he
like that.
wasn't dealing with no injury. It was literally the theatrics, bro. You
Yeah,
know it.
yeah.
Because let's keep
That's
it real.
real
Let's
with it
keep it.
though. So
You haven't missed a game with the Warriors since you've been traded, like you always miss throughout your with. Stop it, bro. If he was on the Heat all year, he would have eventually had some injury pop where. But he's played with the Warriors and he's been perfectly fine.
you're right. You say you ain't going for that.
I'm not trying to hear that. It's the same thing with Wiggins. Wiggins been in and out of the lineup since we traded for him.
Yeah. Yup.
Where's all these injuries coming from once y'all going down to Miami? No, most of y'all is probably too damn drunk off of these strip clubs and y'all can't get back in the next day. That might be what's happening to them.
Mm-hmm. True. Something,
Go ahead
man.
somewhere, Don. It ain't no Bam nothing to Brooklyn. Go ahead somewhere.
Yeah, yo, my dog a Heat fan. You know he ain't having that.
Go ahead on somewhere. I
he
ain't trying to
trying to hear
Brooklyn. He's South Beach. Go ahead somewhere, dude. Don't even put that negative energy in there.
that. Right.
Yo, but hold on. Hold on.
Mm.
Let's shift gears. John, are you listening? You still calling him Mid Cal after that last game?
Mm.
Huh? Is he still Mid Cal after that last game?
You heard him, John?
No, I know he heard me. No, is he still Big Cal? I couldn't wait. That's why I'm like, we gotta hurry up and get on there after game one. I'm not letting game two go past because they might dog him tonight. So
Yeah. I'm waiting to see what he say.
we got 600.
Yeah, John, I say he ain't playing like that again. He ain't finna have that a game like that again.
Man,
It's
y'all
a
hate,
matter of time.
man. Y'all
It's
hate.
only a matter of time.
Oh, and them too, right? The Celtics, I mean.
Yep.
Yo,
They on now. Man,
I
tell
don't
me
I don't
about it.
get the threes. That's why I'm about to ask because I don't get the
They
three.
do shoot it at a they do shoot it at a high percentage though. They definitely make their shots, but it's just like you can't get 2, 3 crazy, especially in the playoffs. Because like you said, bro, like I know you were talking about individual players, but you can do this as a team as well. You can either shoot them in it, you can even shoot yourselves in a game, or y'all can shoot yourselves out of a game.
No, and
That's
they
what,
do it all the time. The Celtics do it all the
yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like,
And it looked like
bro,
it's hold up real quick before you go. It looked like Porzingis is out
huh?
because he normally starts, right? KP.
Yeah,
I think yeah, so he's out. I think yep, I see him in street clothes. Yep.
bro.
Damn.
Why don't Tatum? Tatum is damn near unstoppable when he go downhill, bro.
Yeah, yep.
But he chooses to keep doing this damn sidestep three about 10 times. Yo, do
Mhm.
he
I'm
parlays?
looking at him now shooting three. Huh?
Do he have parlays on himself? Like, is he always taking the over? Like, what is he doing? Why don't he do that the whole? I'm sitting here, bro. I'm like, y'all was up 20. This shit is
hmm
11. Why are you trying to take a 3-point if you hadn't been shooting good all night?
Right.
At
Yeah.
least,
You can't settle it, man. You gotta go, man. Doing all this soft stuff. And this is what I was talking about before when I texted you, bro, about these soft players. That's what I call soft, bro. He's soft to
oh,
me.
is
And
that
he
the
always
why he out?
crying for a foul call.
That's why he's supposed to be out. Come on, bro.
He's also he got a stomach bug.
Come on, bro. I hope
Yeah,
that's not.
you love trolling, bro.
Oh, I hope he trolling. That better not be why he out.
Yeah, I don't know if it was illness or not. I just saw that because I did hear reports that he was questionable, but I didn't know what the
It better not
injury was.
be that. That seemed like more of a Zion Williamson problem.
What? Oh, don't be disrespecting my young boy, dog. Zion might be a Brooklyn net. Chill out.
Hey man, that's gonna be bad for him because you know New York known for their pizza.
He's a nut, man. Yo, but you doing all that talking. What if y'all was to get him?
Zion,
Yeah.
Zion Bowling Swains Williams.
Yo, I'm not for the haters. Y'all crazy, man.
I wouldn't be mad because I feel like we'll definitely get him in shape. Because you
Oh,
think
that's
about
what y'all do though. Did y'all? I think it's like some rule that they said that y'all got these
yeah, it's some like
you know what
undisclosed
I'm talking about.
they have for them. Yeah,
Yeah. Yep, on their players. Yeah. So you can't show up to camp overweight or none of that. Like y'all be strict over it.
and my
So and
thing is
then that might be a good situation for him.
question real quick though, because did you how
And
much?
that's a big market. And that's a bigger market. New Orleans is New Orleans a big market considered it?
No, no,
No. Yeah,
no,
so in Miami
not for
definitely not over Miami though. Huh?
not for basketball.
Yeah, and definitely not over Miami for
He
sure.
talking about he gonna show up with a solid bowl for him.
Come on, gang. Y'all gotta chill, bro.
Man, look, man, it's the
Like
truth, man.
I feel like that off that some I don't know. Sometimes it just be a misfortune how injuries happen, bro. I don't think it's just I
No,
think the
talk about
NBA threw
look
that
at
narrative out
bro.
there that one time when he came up when he showed up a bit overweight, but it was for the NBA. But it's just like, come on, gang. And then we seen him last season. He didn't even look big. Come on, now.
I think he'll leave. I think and then remember they just
Yeah,
got
yeah.
rid of
Oh,
Brandon Ingram.
yeah, and they got rid of the GM too.
Yeah, y'all almost
Joe
reset.
Dumars is over there now, so who knows? And I've been hearing rumblings that he might be more reluctant to get rid of him. So
And granted, we made the joke. You did, I did. I don't care. I made the joke. Remember what CJ McCollum was saying, like everybody getting moved and I told you everybody was under his tweet saying, CJ, you good in New Orleans cause ain't nobody picking you up or whatever. But that could have been a little innuendo that he want to leave now.
hmm? Oh,
CJ
CJ,
McCollum. Yeah.
he should. I mean, their team is like kind of like slick rebuilding because you got rid of Brandon Ingram. Y'all got draft capital, and then
Zion be having 2 years.
and he's
He
getting older though, and Zion, and then you worried about Zion and his injuries. So it's like if I'm CJ, yeah, I went out of there, and you ain't getting much younger.
And Zion got his little off the court problems too.
We ain't heard no off the court problems about him since, bro. When the last time we heard it?
He still be trying to be a porn star every
You,
turnaround. So
you just man disrespecting my boy Zion, man.
saying. But as
Yeah,
far as the Celtics, right?
yeah.
Is Jalen Brown injured?
I don't know. I don't see it.
He looked weird in the first game. Like, I don't know. Like, he wasn't moving like himself. I don't know. Like, even when he was shooting, he wasn't getting a lot of lift off his shot. Like, I don't know. He looked different. He looked different.
Yeah, he got to pick it up, bro. He definitely got to pick it up. And it seemed like him and JT doing all this crying lately to the media with the fouling and all, but then trying to brush it off by saying, "Oh, but it's the playoffs. We're going to get some hard fouls and all of
Yeah,
this."
they
Man,
only say that once they
oh
win.
man, check up,
They
bro.
only say that once they win.
All fan stuff. Then trying to say, "Oh yeah, but we understand it's the playoffs." But that's slick. That's slick. That's them slick. I could read between the lines. That's them slick and plain. I ain't trying to get soft ass dudes, man.
Brooklyn series starts this summer. The mellow.
Yeah, bro. That's what I want the Nets to do. Instead of chasing aging stars like Giannis and things like that, let's see if one of these young cats become available, like LaMelo, Zion. Who else is a young cat? Like, or not even that. Or we can just give young dudes because I looked up what's his name, THT. He's only 24. I thought he was a little older. I'm like, damn, he's only 24. So who
State.
knows? Maybe we can give him or Bones a prove it deal. Maybe we can inquire
You're talking
about
about
Quinn.
Jalen Horton Tucker?
Yes, sir. You don't need no. Look. This the thing. This we can give him a prove it deal. We don't need him to be crazy, bro. All we just need is to give us a extra. He not bad, bro. He didn't handle bad season last year, bro. He was all right.
24 and he looked like a 40-year-old LA Fitness membership holder. And you talking about giving him millions of dollars. Bro, go ahead somewhere. Like
And
you
he out.
that's the name you
You
picked out.
crazy for that. You crazy for that.
Bro, that's
But
the
no,
name that you picked out the hat?
bro. He's a good player, bro. I'm telling you, bro. He can hoop.
No, he
I'm
go. But he
I'm not
definitely
saying he,
he
yeah,
definitely
yeah,
yeah,
he wild. He
definitely
wild.
looked like that, yo. He
Telling
definitely
you, John,
looked like
this dude a wild boy, man. He's disrespectful, man. He said he looked like a old head from the fitness would have played at fitness membership,
bro, when I
man.
see him, because he played for the Bulls right now, right?
Yes.
When I saw him, I'm like, oh, all right, they picked up somebody from the G League. I seen his face. I said, damn, he aged.
Come on, man. If THTC this, man. He probably wanna beat you up,
Man,
dog.
he can get mad as he wants to. I'm calling it as I see it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
when I seen him, I said, oh, all right, oh, he hooping. The both from the G League. I said, is that
Crazy.
Taylor? What the fuck did Utah do to him?
Yeah, man. Stop playing, man.
All right, yo, what you want to close it
But
out?
yeah,
Try
yeah,
to catch.
but that's what I was saying. Like, you know what I mean? I was gonna leave this for a next video, but since we talked about it, like I'm just gonna close it a little bit there. Like, we don't have to go star hunting. Let's, get our little pieces from the draft and with a little we don't have to get them no crazy deal. Maybe we can get them the mid-level exception deals like that with guys like THT. He's not gonna get no crazy amount. He hasn't done anything that's could say that he's gonna get max dollars. Um who else?
Thanks,
Bones.
guys. I mean, thanks, John, but I don't like what you just tried to do with your last comment. Keep my heat out there, dude. If you gonna talk about Giddy,
Yeah, he
keep my
crazy.
heat out there, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely been gassing him this year. But go ahead, what you were saying?
Yeah, I was saying like, you know what I mean? Instead of chasing stars or whatever, we build through the draft. We get, and I'm not saying all of them players. I'm saying maybe we can get if we can get at least one of them. Like THT, Bones, Quentin Grimes will be available this summer. Um I said Bones, Quentin Grimes, THT. Um,
Who else you think about? Quentin
other
Grimes.
guard. But yeah, either one of them guards,
Yeah,
I feel like they'll be, definitely be something to like build for your future because they're a little older, they got some experience under their belt, but they're still kind of young. They still like 24, 25-ish range.
they ain't
That's
no.
not
Man.
right. And then also, hey, if we can't do that, what if we trade for Kaminga? We give him a little bag. He could be on the, you know what I mean? He could be a part of this rebuild.
Kaminga be fine. I just
Yeah, yeah,
stay
yep,
consistent with his energy. That's
yeah, exactly. But I'm saying though, get in a new
yeah,
organization. You get
environment.
a
You feel like the keys is yours.
yeah.
He might, yeah, you might have a whole different attitude.
He can have a chance to do something where it's like ain't nobody over there crazy that's he's gonna be able to show his game besides Cam Thomas. But they two different positions. So he'll be definitely able to show his worth in the league. But yeah, that's all. You know, playoffs basketball is among us at the moment. Feel like we
We about
took
to tune in.
some good topics, man. It was a good jump
Y'all be back for the next one.
for sure. Always appreciate you, John, bro. Like
Always stay active in the comments.
for sure. And we out.
And we out.